Folks, thanks for coming back. This is our final video for expressions and equations. We're going to talk about how to use algebra to find missing angles. All right, in order to do that, you got to know something very basic about angles. You got to know that all the angles on a straight line add up to 180 degrees. That is something that is very important. All right, so this bottom line right here is the straight line that I'm talking about. And all of these two rays coming off of that straight line form three angles. And we can see them right here. All right, when we add up all the angles, they're going to add up to, and I've got a typo right here, they're going to add up to 180 degrees. 70 plus 50 plus 60 will give you 180 degrees. All right, well, how are we going to use that? If you don't know one of the angles, all right, we can make an equation in order to find that missing angle. So what we're going to do is we know that this angle plus this angle plus this angle equals 180 degrees. So we're going to make an equation that looks like that. So just going left to right, we've got 90 plus x plus 40 equals 180. All right, now here we have a pair of like terms like we talked about earlier in the year, so we can add them. 90 plus 40 will give us 130. So 130 plus x equals 180. All right, and that's the equation we're going to use to solve. So we're going to solve that by subtracting. All right, so I'm going to rewrite my equation. 130 plus x equals 180. We're going to subtract 130 from both sides of our equals sign to find out what x is. All right, so 180 minus 130 is going to give us a value of 50 degrees. So this missing angle here that we have identified with x, so this missing angle here is 50 degrees. All right, moving on. Okay, here's another type of angle relationship that we need to know, complementary angles. They add up to 90 degrees. So here's a pair of complementary angles. When you add them up, you get 90. 22 and 68 equals 90. All right, so we can use this just like we did the 180 degree relationship. All right, if we have a missing angle and we know that it is complementary to another angle, we can make an equation where they add up to 90 degrees. So we could make this equation 53 plus x. I'm sorry, that should be a plus sign, plus x equals 90 degrees. And we're going to solve it with subtraction. So we're going to subtract 53 from both sides of our equals sign. And we would get that x equals 37 degrees. All right, so that's our missing angle, 37 degrees. Okay, let's move on. All right, let's practice a couple real quick. So we've got some complementary angles and we've got some straight angles here. All right, so I want to check. All right, this is the last one. All right. So this is a pair of complementary angles. We know that they add up to form a 90-degree angle because we have one. Right here's our 90-degree angle. Okay, so we know that this 25-degree angle and B add up to 90. So we're going to make that equation 25 plus 90. I'm sorry. 25 plus b equals 90. That is exactly the kind of mistake that I would expect a student to make in class. So we are going to subtract 25 from both sides of our equal sign. And we'll get that b equals 65 degrees. Okay? All right, next. So this is our straight line. Okay? This ray forms these two angles. One is labeled B and the other is 148 degrees. We know that if we add 148 to B, we're going to get 180. So to solve, we're going to subtract 48 from either side of our equal sign. We'll get that B equals 32 degrees. Okay, all right, coming down here, we have a straight line, and this ray creates two angles coming off of it, so they add up to 180 degrees. So we would make our equation 56 plus B equals 180. All right, we're going to solve with subtraction. And we would get that B equals 124 degrees. Okay, finally, this angle right here is interesting. All right, we can see that we have this is a ray, and then we've got two rays coming off of it. This is a 90-degree marking right here. All right, that means that these two angles put together have to also be 90 degrees. All right, because all three of these angles have to add up to 180 degrees. So that means that these two angles are a pair of complementary angles, 40 and B. So we can make this equation 40 plus B equals 90. If we subtract 40 from both sides of our equal sign, we will get that B, squeezing it in here, equals 50 degrees. Okay, that's it for now. Thank you for watching.